Hey folks, coming back to you to let you know of a little adventure we just got through dealing with. We had got turned on to this place out in Hobbs, New Mexico called Zia Park, something like that. Uh, Hotel and casino. If you can find your way here, we got a room for you. And thought, well, we hadn't been there. And Elizabeth's off for the summertime, and thought, well, it's supposed to be 3.5 hours away. Let's drive up there Monday afternoon, stay the night, gamble a little bit, come back Tuesday. How bad can it be? Free breakfast. So, excuse me, off we head. And we made it all the way to La Mesa, Texas. A little old nothing, about 2/3 of the way there. And La Mesa, Texas is under massive construction right now. They've got cars zooming back and forth because they have everything cut down into a 2-lane, no lights. They got 4-way stops everywhere, just a madhouse. So it's my turn to get up to the 4-way stop, and guess what happens, neighbors? Of course, that's when the car decides to just stop running, and it's start and die, start and die. Oh no! And I'm trying to flag down that there's a cop over there. He didn't even look at us twice. And finally, some dude jumped out because I had traffic backed up way behind me. Everybody's freaking out, don't know what's going on. Got my flashers on, but they don't give a shit. Anyway, this dude pushed us into a little grocery store parking lot. 4:30 in the afternoon. Who are you gonna call? So we start calling, and Elizabeth, bless her heart, she got on the right phone and got hold of a tow truck driver who pulled us to a fix-it shop. Who then the tow truck driver gave us a ride to a little Best Western over there, and the fix-it guy said he'd order the parts that night, have them delivered, and have the car up and going. Fuel pump. It was a fuel pump. By noon. Yeah, well, we'll see. But sure enough, no problem, man. Done deal. None of that was cheap, but it had to be done. It 100 and something thousand miles on the car. You can't blame any of the parts, but it just chose a tough time to take a crap. 106 degrees, but it worked out. And from there, we just burned off over into Hobbs and had a great time. Nice place. Out of 5 stars, I'd give it 2 3/4. Maybe a 3. I don't know. It's one of those places where there's cracks on the sidewalk and trash in the bushes and shit. I'm sorry, stuff. But and the machines were the coldest things I ever saw. You'd fight like a dog and get a bonus, and then you get nothing. I actually got a $10 bonus on a $5 bet. That's ridiculous. But anyhow, nice breakfast there, and a leisurely trip back then. But just want to let y'all know. But it reminds me of a time. This is a true story, folks, and all my stories are true. I'll tell you when they're not, and that way we can both enjoy it. But the true ones, ever since we were little kids, ever since I can remember, we would load up and in summertime, and load up whatever car Dad had running, and we'd come over here to Ballinger, Texas, and have the most fun with our aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins. And so one year we were coming out here, and in New Mexico we stopped. Dad had stopped to get gas. Well, that's the time for all us heathens to bail out and try to hit the little bathroom. Used to, they put the key on it like a spare tire or something. You had to carry it around. But I was a littlest, so I was last in line. Well, I finished doing my business. I come outside and look around, and man, they'd pulled a Joe Dirt on me. They'd burned out, left me there. I don't know, this big little guy. I don't know. But boy, I don't know. I didn't like it. I started bawling, and the attendant dude, he was trying to assure me that surely they'll come back. He don't know me or my folks. But Mike and Debbie, my brother and sister, I can't blame them, man. They're just quiet. You be quiet on these trips. But and Dad, I don't blame him. He's on the wheel, man. You're looking forward. But Mom, you can't count to 3. Goodness sakes! But before too long, she discovered it, and around they turned and come back and got little old me, and I rejoined the Muncie clan. So just silly stories about traveling. This what happened to us the other day wasn't all that silly, but it could have been worse. We could have just been on far edges of town with no phone service and no tow truck or after 5 or something like that, or someone could have not taken us in. We even had people stopping on the road though and offering help, and one sweet young lady, she even offered to give us a ride to anywhere we needed in town. I just live right here, honey. You just call us or call me, and she'll come get us. And how sweet. And I just keep running people with this. Oh, and that reminds me, my ad for Shannon is supposed to be airing on the local channels. I've been told. I'll see if I can't catch it somehow. I don't have a link to it, but if somebody else does, let me know, please. But and at San Angelo, start looking up, man. They made I'll tell you, dig this. I said a prayer, and I said I want to say thank you in a big way. And they made me a billboard campaign. They didn't tell me until it was already done. They sent a picture, and I'm going to be featured 10 feet tall. That's a big way to say thank you. And it says thankful, and that's going to be the new billboard campaign in San Angelo, or one of. But how neat! What an answered prayer! What fun! Bless everybody's heart so much. It's so cool. Hey man, come see me. What else you got to do? I love you, man. Y'all have fun. Take care. What do you call them things? Oh yeah, refried beans.